So looking at the area of trapezium and trapezium and parallelogram. So a parallelogram, it's a shape that has got two parallel sides which are actually crossing. We can call it like this, then I model it like this. Okay, so in other words, I'm saying this side is parallel to this, and this side will be parallel to this one here. That's a parallelogram. So looking at the area of a trapezium, I'll have this one as my base here, this one as my base, then I will have this one as my height, this one is the height, which is actually the perpendicular distance between the two parallel sides. So the area of a parallelogram is just direct area is equivalent to the base height times the perpendicular height. In other words, B times H. That's the area of a parallelogram. In other words, what am I saying? Say I got a parallelogram like this one here. Okay, then I have my height. This is my height here, H, and I've got let me not call it H, let me call it 6 centimeters. Let me call the base 8 centimeters. So this is the base here. So simply and directly, I can simply say 8 times 6. That's my area here. My area is simply going to be 8 times 6, which is actually equivalent to 48. All right, that's okay. So that's it on the parallelogram. So if I'm gonna take a trapezium, so this one is a parallelogram. Okay, if I'm gonna take a trapezium, a trapezium has got parallel sides, but then only a set of them. The other ones are not parallel. So I'll have something like this. I'll have something like this. Okay, so I can call in this side A, and this side, let me call it B. Then this side, let me call it H. Then my area is gonna be 1/2 of A plus B. Then H, that's the height. All right, that's the area of a trapezium. We call this area. Okay, so what does this mean? This simply means that if I had this typical trapezium here, say this is my trapezium here. All right, say this is my trapezium. Sorry. All right. Okay. It has got 13 here. Then it has got 8 here. Then I can as well indicate that these sides are parallel. Then my height is gonna be 8. So between this and this, it's actually 8 centimeters. Okay, so what this simply means is that my area is gonna be given by 1/2 of 8 times 13. 8 times 13 multiplied by the height, which is 8. Okay, that's fine. Then of course, if I would punch this on the calculator, it would give me 8 times 13, which is that one, okay, times 8 again, then half of that will give me 416. That's the area of my trapezium. All right, that's okay.